Hey, what's up, y'all? We are going to use this video to talk about some of the fun moments, some of the cool moments that happened in the season 4 finale of Westworld. Let's get into it. So overall, I thought this finale was cute. I don't know. For me, I feel like the episode before this episode was more action oriented. It had a lot more. I don't know. I don't want to say that this finale was anticlimactic because it just wrapped up a lot of stuff in a more peaceful way than I'm used to season finales of Westworld wrapping it up. But to me, it was season 4 was still a strong story, and I'm glad that they went this route, right? So the intro sequence I thought was really fun because it's like, you have all these people thinking that they're gonna make it out, and they're just like, one after the other, they fall down to the ground, they end up getting shot up. So this sequence is just showing how dire the situation has gotten in the, like, I guess real world, in the world, because of what William Ass decided to do. And speaking of William, I love this scene here of Hale waking up, or just, she was just like, bitch, fix me up right now. Fix me up right now, but do not cut my face. I want William to know that it was me who killed him, because he just shot my ass up and left me in this water. Now, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to just ignore it, because a lot of times I'm just like, okay, y'all are hosts, so you know how hosts need to die. You could just shoot him, and that's cool, but they could be, you run the risk of, if you don't completely annihilate their control unit, you run the risk of them waking their ass up. So I don't know why, especially, in the beginning or before, when Hale had the chance to dig Maeve up and delete her control unit. It's just like, I don't know why they don't do that shit, but whatever, it's Westworld. So I love, when we found out that Dolores basically woke herself up. Right, and throughout this whole time, she was talking to herself, trying to get her to remember herself, or like Dolores, like, you know what I mean? It was just so much fun, because at first I thought that Hale was putting all these characters in, and from Teddy to Maya to Hale was doing all that shit, but it turned out that it was Dolores herself trying to wake herself up. Now, we got William going over to the Sublime. He wants to fuck up the host in the same way that he did the real world, and I love how we have this turnaround here where Hale is just like, yeah, I'm not gonna let that happen. I'm not gonna let them destroy the world. I'm not going to let you destroy their world in the same way that you destroyed ours. And although Hale is vicious, right, this Dolores copy or whatever, although she's like, she can be vicious, at the end of the day, this world that William is like, I don't know if it's creating, but by destroying, I guess he's creating. This is not the world that she wanted, right? So she was just like, girl, I'm going to come after that ass. I'm not going to let you. I love when she was like, show me the nearest hosts that are basically close to Will, and let's see if we can shoot his ass out of his truck. But Clementine is over here, and she's coming through. She came through and killed stuff. I just love seeing Clementine do Clementine things, even though I'm kind of unsure of where they were trying to go with Miss Clementine's story. Like, okay, but, it's just Clementine being Clementine. She came through, she killed Stubbs, and she was coming for C. And but basically what she wants, which is kind of what she told Hale, is that she wants to go off the grid. She's like, I know that you and your outlier friends got somewhere you want to go. I want to be off grid just like y'all. And that was not really in the cards for Miss Clementine. As you can see, she tried to fight Caleb, but C came out of nowhere and say, hey, guess what? I know you thought I didn't have any more shots left, but I actually kind of fucking do. And she got rid of her. But I don't know. I want a little bit more from Clementine. And I'm just saying this with just initial thoughts based off of just recently watching the finale. So, of course, maybe I need to rewatch again. But I just wanted a little bit more from Clementine's story, because she was just so iconic. I don't know. I love how they use her in season 2. But that made me think, okay, yeah, she's just being used as this bringer of death and not blah, 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 blah. But it made me think that, okay, since y'all did this, you're going to elevate her story even more, but I don't know. I would love to see what y'all think about Miss Clementine. I love the fight between William and Hale, of course. They're fighting over the Sublime. I think while they're talking and fighting, William essentially says, hey, I want to wipe the slate entirely clean. Like, William just wants to destroy, destroy, destroy. And Hale is not feeling that. I guess not feeling that shit no more. Bernard left a message for her and a whole entire gun. That was the whole sequence with him in the tunnel with Maeve. And, you know, we had seen him stop for a second and leave something. So he left something for Dolores or Hale, whatever, to fight William. And she killed him. And I guess this time they learned, or she learned from their mistakes. I don't know. She took his fucking control unit and destroyed it. So I'm like, why didn't y'all do that in these other cases? But beyond that, Hale goes out. She saves the hosts because William was trying to drain all that shit and get rid of their ass. Like, she saves the hosts, and then she ends up saying that it's in Dolores's hands now. Hale says this to she just said, I think she said this to William before she killed him. She said, a test run by her if she chooses to, if I choose to give her that chance or choice or whatever. But it's almost like you're choosing to give yourself this the chance, Hale. Like, you are a Dolores copy. But whatever, you know. So what we find out now is that okay. So I want to see what y'all think about this. So my takeaway from all of this is that, yes, child, let me just read what Dolores said at the end of the episode. This is what she said. Sentient life on Earth has ended, but some part of it might still be preserved in another world, my world. There is time for one last game, a dangerous game with the highest of stakes, survival or extinction. This game ends where it began, in a world like a maze that tests who we are and reveals what we are to become. One last loop around the bend. So what that means for me is season 5. That means the next season. That's what that means for me. But it also, for me, what I'm taking away from it, and they talk about tests and a game and a maze and all that shit. What I think is that since sentient life in the real world has been completely fucked up and destroyed, I mean, even though William said unless basically just violence until only the cockroaches remain, is kind of what he said. But either way, since sentient life is gone from the real world, and the hosts who are in the sublime are in the sublime, my understanding is that maybe Dolores is going to run the sublime, run tests, maybe I don't know if fidelity tests would be the right way to say it, because it's not really like they copies of clones of people. Well, maybe some of them are, but you know what I mean. But maybe Dolores is going to run tests over and over and over again to be like, okay, those of you who want to go in the real world again, or if we ever want to emerge from the computerized world into the real world, which I feel like they would need to, especially because those servers, I'm sure they ain't going to last forever and ever and ever. I'm sure somebody going to need to change the water like it's a bomb. Change the water. Somebody going to need to, I mean, you know, something's going to happen to the climate of this planet to where, even if it's in millions or billions of years, to where the servers ain't going, it's just not going to be given, or somebody going to have to come out and do some maintenance, right? So I'm like, so maybe Dolores is running tests on the host to make sure that if they ever emerge from the sublime and go into the real world, that they won't destroy each other or themselves, like they they did, like William just did, like so they won't destroy each other when they emerge, right? So I don't know. It was a very good. It was a good way to wrap things up. Like I said before, I was kind of expecting like a brawl, like an all-out brawl. Like, we had some shootouts, we had some fun things, but I was expecting like brawls, like an entire full-out brawl. I guess Maeve is dead for real. That shit annoyed the shit out of me, but I was expecting like a standoff, honey, you know. But it was still a good way to end the story, in my opinion. So I would love to hear what y'all think about it. I would love to hear what y'all think about this damn finale. It gave me my life. I want one more season. This is definitely, I'm very much a person who's like, okay, tell the story and end the show. We don't need 10, 15, 20, 30,000 goddamn seasons. Tell a very strong, very moving story and end that shit. I think one more season of Westworld is all that we need, and wrap it up. Right, it was great, and maybe we can do some sequels, prequels, something, something, something. I don't know. I don't know what the numbers are looking like. You already know how these companies are. They're like, bitch, if we ain't making no coin, you can shut the fuck up. But yeah, that's kind of what I am really ready for. So yeah, let me know, like I said, and I will catch you all later.